we're going to do is go ahead and apply Urban Decay's Primer Potion all over the lid, from the base of the lash line all the way up to the brow. Next I'm grabbing the Dior palette in 409, and it's a 5-color palette in Tropical Light. I'm going to start with the lightest green color and go from the underneath of my brow and blend it downwards. Next I'm grabbing Sephora's cream liner, and this is in Grass is Greener. It's actually called Sephora Smokey Cream Eyeliner, to be specific. I'm grabbing a fluffier brush now and blending it out. The whole idea is I'm using this as a tacky base for the shadow that I'm going to be applying on top of it. Next I'm grabbing that really pretty green color from the palette. I'm using a flatter brush when I do this because I'm going to be using patting motions versus swiping, or wiping I should say, and I'm patting this color onto my lid, and I'll be blending it out again using a MAC fluffier brush. After I do a little blending, I'm going to grab the really, not much darker, but a little bit darker brown color from the Dior palette, and I'm applying it using a stiffer, denser brush in the outer corner of the lid and blending it upwards into the crease, kind of in a sideways V shape. I'm using a fluffy brush to blend it out. To avoid any harsh lines, the next thing I'm going to do is grab a matte light brown color, and this is by Tarte's Neutral Eye Palette. And I'm using a brush to go ahead and blend this upwards towards the brow. Next step is to line the eyes, and I'm using Almay's Crayon Contour Eyeliner, and this is in brown. And I really like this eyeliner because of its longevity. I'm building it up as I get towards the outside of my eye. Next I'm fixing problem areas with Graftobian's Color Correcting Palette. I'm gonna mix a couple colors, the peach one mainly, as well as the green one, and I'm gonna be applying this onto my lower under eye area where there's some discoloration. And I'm using a brush by Sephora, and it's in the number 57, and it kind of gives airbrushed results when I use it in a tapping motion, and then light wiping and circular motions. I'm also covering areas that might be problematic underneath my eyes and red areas as well. Next, it's Dior's Airflash foundation, and I'm spraying this onto a stipple brush and using circular motions to go ahead and apply it all over my face. I'm making sure to blend it into my neck as well, that way, you know, your skin matches. Now I'm going to switch to a smaller foundation brush, again respraying just a little bit and tapping just to cover those smaller areas. In fact, I'm going to switch to a smaller brush too to really get close to where I want to be. Using another stipple brush, I'm dipping it into some loose powder, and this happens to be by Dior, and I'm putting the powder all over my face, just a really light coat. Next, I'm using that same eyeliner by Almay, and I'm applying it on the bottom of my lash line, and I'm going to be blending it and smudging it out so it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm taking that brown color again, and I'm going to be applying it over, I should say, the liner. This helps it last longer and also provides a little smoked out look that's not too harsh. Next comes our brows. This is the MAC's Brow Set in Beguile, and I'm applying it on my eyebrows, just a really light coat. Finally, bronzing and contouring. This is the Dior palette, and this one is in the 30 range of colors, and there's the area where I'm going to be going right underneath. When you smile, from your cheekbone to your ear, drop it down a little bit, and that's where your bronzer should be. The whole idea with bronzing, or contouring I should say, is that you really want to avoid any harsh lines, but you do want to emphasize your natural bone structure that you've got. Applying a little bit to the hairline, as well as in the temple region, really blending it. I can't stress that enough. Next comes blush. This is a MAC's Peachy Keen, and I'm applying it to the apples of my cheek. And I'm not starting directly at the apple though, because you don't want it to be too intense. And you don't really know how much product's on your brush, so you can always add more. It's a lot easier than having to fix your problem. next is mascara time, and this is in Maybelline's Great Lash. Color is Blackest Black. I find this does a really nice job for a pretty affordable cost. Next I'm lining my lips, and this is in a neutral colored lip liner. Any color will do as long as it's neutral. I wouldn't go darker than your natural lip color because I'm going to be applying a pink shade. And the pink shade is by MAC, and it's in Viva Glam, and I'm just applying lipstick, I guess you could say. It's a lip luster. So this is the finished look on the eyes. It's really pretty and bright. You can even, amp it up a little bit more in the crease if you want to go darker. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoy it, and have a great day.